It has been so long. So happy to be back. I've been waiting for this for a while. Do I sound okay? I have a new setup. Missed you. I've been, to be quite honest, in the past couple months, I haven't really slept. I would go to sleep at like 7 a.m. working. So it's been a lot. But for the past couple days, I've been sleeping a lot, like 14 hours a day, and feeling a lot better. Actually, I've been feeling great throughout. It's just, oh, sounds really good. Good. Yeah, I've been exhausted. I've been like a zombie, like barely functioning. At the same time, a job is a job, and it was a good one. But I've been so excited. Hi. Здравствуйте. But yeah, it's I've been really waiting to take a break. Yeah, I've learned a lot. It's been a great time. Yeah, I love the project. Honestly, like, I don't think I would work this amount of time a day if I wasn't excited about it. I just wanted to make it really, really good. But at some point, I realized I'm just one guy, and that eased things for me a lot. I really want to take a look at Blender 5.0 today, because I haven't looked into it since it came out. Also, OBS is telling me that I'm clipping. Is there a limiter? Okay, I put the limiter on. Let's see if it's better. But I learned a lot about liquid simulations, which might be surprising to hear. Will it come out? It will come out, but it will come out in Russian. I don't know when it comes out, but as soon as I know, and I'm still under NDA. When it does come out, you'll definitely see it. I've missed this a lot. I feel like it's been a breakthrough for me, sort of streaming. I can give a lot of tips about liquid sims after the project. I think I can talk about that. Actually, that has nothing to do with the project. Спасибо большое. Спасибо. Using it more lately. Well, using what more? Sorry, I'm losing the trains of thought. Lost my focus a little bit. I hope you do. I think it's good. I'm happy with like 85% of it. There is one scene I don't like. I always wanted to know what the difference between an SDF grid and volume is. Alright, what if we set this to size and make them the same size? I mean, they look exactly the same. What about timings? Oh well. Okay. I guess that's something, you know. This is only 3.5 milliseconds. This is 11. Or 8. Or 7. Why does this break? Okay, my conclusion is it's pretty much the same thing. Volume just seems a little bit slower. Alright, what are bundles? Online manual. Yeah, I'm just gonna figure this out myself. So my understanding is I can take a cube and I can take, let's say, sphere. And then I can separate it later. I don't know what the point is. I mean, I guess I can do that with every value, right? Wait, no. Remove UV map. You wanted to know my conclusion about what? About the SDF grid and mesh to volume? I mean, I understand how SDFs work. Like their assigned distance field. It just sort of sees what's inside the shape. But I don't quite know how mesh to volume and volume to mesh work. Because they're distinct things, right? But to me, I mean, from my usage, I'm sure like there are new things like a grid divergence, right? I don't know what that means. What's this value? I have no idea. What if I put that in? Okay. Grids are a question mark to me. Also, I wanted to see if... What if I remove mesh and just add a UV map? I can't use the UV map. So I can't use attributes. Define signature. Yeah, there's like no output. I don't know what this is. What are closures? This is the most useless review. Closure, rally unknown. I think I read about this. But I don't remember what it is. Let me go look at that. Oh, we'll have new nodes. Random rotation. Honestly, random rotation is doesn't make any sense to me. But we'll take a look at it. Is it similar to simulations? Are you talking about closures? I think closure, it just lets you add things. Wait, let's see. I just don't want to say things that don't make any sense. Okay. Closures allow injecting additional nodes to evaluate into a node group. It greatly increases flexibility. I don't understand it still. Okay, they give an example here. And I'm gonna replicate it. Okay, when any or if any of the Blender devs take a look, it is really annoying that when you have like an input and you drag it, and you can't add nodes to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, here I have volume to mesh, and if I drag it and I stop dragging it, I can like use a node, like set position, right? Great, useful. When I do that with like group input or any like what are they called? Like simulation of closure repeat zone. If I drag it, like I don't get a menu. I don't like that. weird behavior. Maybe there is a reason why. Maybe I just don't get it. I do really like the rectangles. I don't know. So let's give it a value. I'm just replicating the thing they have on the website. I have a cube. Put it in here. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I honestly don't see a reason why it's not like that. Okay, let me... What do I have? Let me remove the cube. I still don't see... Okay, well, what if we duplicate an element? Geometry to instance. I got a new PC. That's an exciting thing. Because honestly, I can finish the project in time with my laptop. And then we'll set position. We'll use a random. And we'll use the duplicate ID for the random value. And then we'll do -1 here. Okay. So what does a closure actually give me? I mean, you know what could be useful? I'm sure this is not an intentional way of doing this. But if I group this, and then I do this, and my everything is so clean. But I also get it. So I think the idea is, and maybe I'm wrong. If I group this, and I have a group, I can add more nodes to the group. So I can do, oh, you know what I can do? Mesh to SDF grid. And then grid to mesh. Okay, and it doesn't work like that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why this doesn't work. We'll get an output here. Okay, well, never mind. I can definitely do it here. Oh, wait. Wait, why doesn't this work? This is actually baffling. Still Blender crashes. I have a 5070 Ti now. And 14700F. And DDR4 RAM because that's all I can afford. I mean also because no one can actually afford DDR5. And it's unfortunate that I had to buy a PC when you can't buy RAM. I think I know why this fails. Because the shapes are inside of each other. But this will work. Yes. Okay, maybe that's the difference of assigned distance field and volume. That's what, honestly, can I be honest? The difference is not as big as I would think. It does render faster, but I expected it to be night and day, and it's not. Okay, I realized something. If I realize instances here, this will work. Or not. Shapes are still inside of each other. I don't know why this breaks. Oh, there we go. We got something working. At first I thought something is wrong with my PC. Like something doesn't work correctly. But then I did a bunch of benchmarking and my PC's fine. So I'm like, okay, maybe the difference isn't that big. You know? I think I can see it in games more, even though I didn't really play anything. What do you mean what happened? To what? To me? There's a new node. It's not a real node. It's a node group that they added, which is just smooth geometry, which is so nice. Because I feel like doing this, like every project I ever made, just gets annoying. I mean, I should have made my own, but it's nice that they have it. What happened with the nodes? No, to me, my PC. Well, we're doing fine. My PC's fine. I have a pink light on for the RGB. It's nice. I think the biggest upgrade of getting a stationary PC is that it's quiet. I'm not enjoying this music, to be honest with you. Epic royalty-free music. I beat funk. I think that's what we need. Alright, let's go. I feel like also, in a time that I was gone, repeat zone is really useful. I'll show you an example. I'm gonna delete this. So I needed like a stop motion smoke for the thing I was working on. And I found a really easy way to achieve the look. And it was by using a repeat zone. This is a good tip, I think. I use a spiral, I think. We'll hide the plane. Okay. There we go, nice, right? I just need the height to be... This is good. Start radius will make smaller. But the cool thing you can do with repeat zone... Wait, not repeat zone. Man, my brain. For each element. Okay, there we go. Your first output is your original output, which we don't want. We want this. And then we'll... Man, this music is not it. Sorry. Okay. So we set this to instance. And we... Wait, how did I do it? Did I curve? Curve to mesh. Okay. And then we can mesh to geometry to instance. Okay, there we go. And then we can duplicate elements, and we'll do instance. And then we'll set position. We'll use noise. I think that's how I did it. I'm trying to remember while I'm showing this. Subtract 0.5 so it stays in the center. Oh, we need to realize it. Okay. So there we go. Oh, the cool thing is, we'll add points. We'll add a bunch of them, and then we'll have random value -1 to 1. So that's what they look like, and then instance 1 points. And then we can sort of use this as collection with like an infinite number of generated curves. We can geometry to instance. I think that's it. Okay, there we go. But right now it's using only... Oh, we'll plug in instance into noise texture. And then we'll pick instance. Let's make it smaller. Okay, you can see how they're all different, right? But they're also instances, and I can make a lot more variations. And then in this case, random rotation, the new node, actually works. And then curve to mesh. I'll use this so it's just easier. You know, honestly, could turn into a mesh before so I don't have to realize the instance. But we can also do that. I'll use line. I don't know. Was this useful? A new trick. I think if we normalize this, it will turn into a sphere. There you have it. Cotton sort of ball. I think I did it a little differently. Before, because I remember I used hair distort, hair displace. Flip curve. I usually do this. There we go. Oh, what do you think? This cool? Actually, I'll just do this. Well, you can do like with for each element, you can sort of do anything. Like rocks are super easy because you can have like an icosphere, and then this is gonna break just because I was working with so it would be like this, and it should. We'll just add snap divs. We'll use 0 here and 0 here. Oh, no normalize. But you can have like infinite of like rock patterns that you don't have to put into collection. This music's so loud. Yeah, it looked more like fur. I agree. But yeah, that's the sort of that's the idea. Okay, it doesn't go negative. But yeah, I feel like in my work, it has become a useful sort of useful knowledge. Because a lot of times I'm worried because like my assets, when I spread them around, they all look the same, and I'm like, I need to create more variations. But sometimes you just do it procedurally, like here, and you know, it's fine. So I feel like a super important thing to understand in geometry nodes is understanding that the difference between instances and realized geometry is fully procedural. Yeah. And like again, it's like, oh, I don't have enough iterations. You just add more duplicate elements. Like if I do one, you'll be surprised, but they're all the same rock right now. It's just a rotation. But if I scale the noise down, you can tell that they're all the same. But then again, you can add as many iterations as you want, and it will depend on a number of the points you have. Like you can create patterns that are like fully never repeating. And right now I have like, I mean, it will get slow at some point. We're also using 5 subdivisions. Like in a real world scenario, you would probably use less. I wonder what this looks like rendered. We'll set shade smooth. I'll give it some sort of material. But what I was talking about before is sort of understanding the difference between instance and realized geometry. Because I feel like with instances you can do... Every time you think, oh, I wanna move the object or rotate the object, you can't really do that with realized. I mean, you can, but it's kind of convoluted. You can't really do that with realized geometry, while you can do that so easily with an instance. Because you're thinking of the whole thing instead of thinking of a vertex or a face or an edge. I like this. And yeah, but when you sort of start understanding that, like in this scenario, I'm having the icosphere, but I sort of have to turn it into an instance, so I can manipulate each instance. Do you know what I mean? Like the entirety of the geometry, not just like one face. Or not one vertex. And honestly, once you have that, this is only 16 milliseconds. I mean, it is on my PC, but it's not that intensive. And once you add just, honestly, like I feel like roughness is underrated. Roughness is more important than bumps or anything else. And also, here, and again, like think about right now. I want to make every stone to be sort of a different color. If I store, honestly, like store named attribute is like the most important node. But if I use point, okay, I'll show you. If I use it like this, where I store it on every point, you see what happens? It's not evaluating each stone, each rock. It evaluates each point. And then you're like, oh, I'll use the face. And it's like the same thing. It's just gonna be sharper. And then you're like, oh, I use instance. But, if you have realized geometry, you can't use instance. So you need to convert it to instances. And now, if I go into attribute here, I can use RPP, random per, in this case, instance, RPI. And I can use that in base color. And then nothing happens. Wait, why? They're not. Everything's connected, right? Oh, because I need to use sensor. I'm crazy. Yeah. I look like a fool right now. um. Um. Okay, it isn't my fault. I say it's a bug. Um. All right. What if we do it like this? Okay, I know the problem. I realized it, which I forgot, which means I should be using geometry. So I was right the first time. So I don't like the seed. I want there very few to be white. And very little to be black, and a lot of gray. And then I was talking about how roughness is underrated. Let's see what that looks like. We don't really need this. Yeah, there we go. We'll add some subdivisions. I don't know, good enough. Alright, that's way too many points. Let's do 200. And then we're really fast. I mean, I also had bump and everything. But anyway, the idea wasn't even this. The idea was that you can, you know, use for each element and have like infinite variations. Thanks. There's also a new scatter node, which is just an inferior version of mine. But we don't talk about that. What else can I teach you? Do you want to know about a secret to fluid simulations? Also, while I'm here in Blender, I wanted to create something very, very simple. and it's a wobble node because I made one for the project, but it was a mess. Over a little overdone. Okay, the secret to fluid simulations is no shade, but Liquigen is not that good. I think there's use for it. Um, no, it's all good. You don't have to participate. I'm here. It's good for maybe like viscous simulations if you have no time, and maybe it's good. I think I think Liquigen's white water. Um, I anyway, I think it's just worse than your typical CPU calculated flip fluid simulation. Hi. I know it's been so long. I've been so busy. I barely slept um for a long time now. Would go to sleep at like 7 a.m. trying to finish a project. But a couple days ago, I submitted it and yeah. Oh, also exciting news. My short, the observation, it got into Anima in Belgium. It's gonna be my first premiere in Europe. Um, in a few weeks, I think. So that's exciting. Very exciting. But anyway, I'm here now, and I've missed streaming so much. And honestly, I've missed doing my own thing a lot. And I'm really happy to be back, even for like the end of the year um, shorter stream. But okay, I'm gonna continue with my fluid simulation knowledge. I have huge problems with flip fluids too. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah, it's really exciting. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but um, it's just exciting. The fact is exciting. Okay, my problems with flip fluids. That is not in general, but I'm talking about Blender add-on. It has some a huge flaws for me. One is that it has poor art direction, and creators of flip fluids, if you were listening, I don't know. Um, um, you know, please add drag force and please add turbulence. It would save so much pre-roll time. It's insane. Because a lot of times you're like, oh, I want turbulent water, but you either have to use some curves to create turbulence, or you have to have colliders that are moving that create turbulence. But other than this, it is really slow. And I'll talk about what I mean by slow. That's slow playback, extremely slow playback. And in fact, the greatest trick I can teach you about fluid simulations is first of all, use flip fluids if you have time. And second of all, export. Export um, as Alembic. And this might be scary to some, but I'll explain why it's not. I'm not gonna. Maybe at some point I'll do like a demo here, where I show you the huge amount of difference between your playback speeds. But from my experience, let's say you simulate something with flip fluids and you play it back and it's like 8 frames per second. When you export it, it's gonna turn into 24. You're gonna have perfect playback. So that's super important. Like never ever use um just flip fluids playback. Export it. And then you can disable flip fluids in your file and everything is just gonna run so smoothly. I mean, of course, if you have like a giant simulation, you're not going to get 24 frames. But a lot of times in my project, I would get like 8 frames and I would go so crazy because I'm like, I'm not sure how this looks. Do I have to render this? Without realizing that if I export it, I'm going to get perfect playback. And here lies my second trick. And maybe I'll import something, you know? Maybe I'll make a new file. And hopefully I have something I can actually show you. I like not show but use. Do they have any simulation? Alright, I'll show you a little part of it. Okay. But here we go. Here is an exported um, fluid sim, and as you can tell, it's pretty big because of the particles, because of white water. But just the geometry runs at 24 FPS. And for flip fluids, in this case, I could disable the actual volume because I didn't need it. And that makes it even faster, you know, because you have less geometry that you export. But here is a trick with particles. You're like, oh, what did I get? What are those dots? Because if I go into rendered mode, and let's add some, simple volumetric material real quick. Glass into mix shader, into transparent. And the question is it in shadow ray? And if it is, it's transparent. I mean, this is foam, but it's like, what do you do with it? What do you do with foam? What do they're not rendering, And then you think maybe I'll instance icospheres on them, which is a waste. So I'm gonna show you a real easy way to do it. And I'm also rendering with flip fluids on without exporting. I had this one scene that would take 40 seconds to compile to like just start rendering. When I exported it, it took 1 second maybe. All right, let's use some absorption. And by the way, this is like your water shader, really. The only thing is that you need something under it so you can actually see the volumes. And I usually I like the greenish tones in my absorption. And then you can actually go into visibility and hide this from camera. But anyway, here's the fluid and here are the particles, and this is really, really easy. You go into geometry nodes, you create new geometry nodes, and what those squares actually are, in terms of like Are they points? Are they vertices? They're actually vertices. So they're a mesh. So all you need to do is mesh the points. And then you're like, well, the good thing about points is that a point cloud is that they have infinite resolution and they're perfect spheres. You don't need to use icospheres and use less resources. And now the last thing, good thing, velocity transfers. Like if I render, for example, this frame and I'll set motion blur like really high, and let's see where my camera is. Oh, I don't have. I actually don't need turbo tools for this. Oh, it still wants me. Okay. You see, it still has motion blur. Can you hear me now? It's not you. When did I become muted? Has it been a while? Oh, damn. Okay, good. I think something happened in my mic. It just stopped working. Okay. Well, I was giving that explanation on phone bubbles after the render. Oh, renders just break everything, don't they? Um, but yeah, I was just talking about how I use um, layer weight into metallic sort of thing. And I was talking about your project. I mean, it depends. If you want like a lighthouse with like waves splashing into it, then you would probably want a sim. And flip fluids is really good again. It doesn't take as long as you think it might. Also, you usually need less resolution than you think for the sim. Especially if you have white water. Honestly, white water does most of the lifting. And okay, also with this method, what doesn't work with flip fluids? In flip fluids, you can generate a foam map of sorts, but it's not really user controllable. I don't think it's that useful. Also, it takes a lot of space. With this method, you can actually go to your fluid surface. Also, 3.3 for the refraction. You can go here and you can do your usual proximity. You know, take your phone. Oops. Take your phone, relative, and then store named attribute, distance, and I would use a map range and I would make it like really small and inverted, like from point one, from max point one, and then yeah, like this, and I'll probably blur it. And also, I don't remember the video name. There was a video on YouTube uh, where the person is doing a really good job sort of talking about this as well. I don't remember what it is, but you know, next stream if I remember it, I'll shout it out. But also a smart thing is to multiply it by velocity. Um, you don't. I feel like you don't have to, but you can. And for that, you need velocity and use its length. Otherwise, you're not gonna get correct values. And what do we get? We get something like this. And then we can blur it. Say, maybe a little more, maybe like this. And then there you go, you have your phone map, and then you can mix shader. And this part, I haven't really figured out what to use. I haven't used it in any of the projects, but I feel like this could really work. Depends on the simulation. probably less than like this doesn't look good to me. But maybe glossy. I don't know. Again, I feel like glossy looks better. I haven't quite figured this out. But it's nice to have like a map like that, you know? And I feel like in a render it would look even better. I want to make my points even smaller. I know. What will this look like? Also, I feel like I have some yeah, I don't know. But I guess it's something close to it. Will the render break my voice again? Well, this is really low res, and you can do a bunch of things like duplicating the phone to have more of it and stuff like that. Yeah, you have so much control with sort of having it as a export. All right, and now I want to create that wobble thingy. Is this real? Brandon, what up? It's been so long. Nice 3D scan. Yeah, I scanned some water. Of course, your first time back, you make water. Yeah, I don't know if you were here, but I was sharing some essential uh, liquid simulation tips. You know. So happy to have you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for this year. It's been an incredible year. Wait, can you see Charlie? Look, that's Charlie. She's just napping. I can give you those tips again, you know? So happy to have you here. Oh god, I'm so excited. Charlie, there's saying hi. She has her octopus toy next to her. She loves it. Oh, I'm so happy. You love it too. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm done with one. That's why. That's sort of why I'm here. Um, I finished one. I've been a zombie. I've been going to sleep at 7 a.m. for a few weeks now, waking up at like 11 or 10, getting back to work, working all day until it's 7 a.m. I've been barely alive, but I finished it. I sent it this Friday, and I've been so excited about getting back to my own work and streaming, and I've missed this so much you can't imagine. I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, I can't wait, you know, um, to do other. I've enjoyed the project immensely. It's been really fun. It is done. Um, I mean, one of them, but everything else is not so intense. Everything else is sort of chill, and I will have time to live. Um, Brandon, you will see it. You know, I really missed you too. Um, so much. I have no words. Um, but a lot, and it's I don't know. It's been it's been so long. And honestly, like streams and you guys, you've changed me so much. In the greatest way. Yeah, it's been too long. Too long, man. Oh, you know what I was thinking of? I've been thinking about the Star Wars short that I still want to do. Um, and I was thinking it'd be so nice to get back to that. Work on it a little bit, you know. So great year. Honestly, what an incredible year. Honestly, probably the greatest year of my life. Um, that is the short I want to see the most. Honestly, same. I'm very excited about that. Also, I'm very excited about the alien short that I still want to do. I mean, honestly, I'm excited about everything right now. I feel like I'm missing something here. Star Wars plus G, what I need in my life. Honestly, same. Um, I've been thinking about it so much. Honestly, I feel like I've been thinking about how ambitious I was with it. I think I'm gonna simplify it a little bit to just to get it done, but to get it done. Well, also, I feel like I've learned so much doing the project. Um, yeah, I'll do better, you know. How are you, Brandon? I thought you were going to make it bigger. Add water. Honestly, I'm done with water simulations for a year at least. It's been a struggle. It's been a lot. because there were a lot of them. I did some stop motion water though, which was really fun. Simple is good. Honestly, like right now I'm down to, with the time I have, it'd just be nice to finish things. To just have fun, you know? Translation. I didn't spell translation correct. Translation. That's correct. And this will be rotation scale. Get things done, man. It's just I've been realizing I'm gonna have less and less time to do my own things. So I just want to get them done. Again, this seems like that's it. I'll just make it prettier. How have you been, Brandon? I've been seeing some glimpses of your characters. How is that going? Do you have time for it? How's work? How's New Year? How's Christmas? How's the mood? The vibes? Oh, did I make this prettier? Why is it so long? Okay, there we go. I've not been blending as much as I want. Honestly, same. I mean, no. I've been blending a lot. It's just, again, things... just things I want to work on. Things I'm excited about more. I've been very excited about the project I've been working on. Excited to show it to. Playing more time easy, he's looking for a new job. Good. Alright, here's my wobble. Thing. Very simple. And again, it's like what I was talking about before. It's sort of understanding the instance versus realized geometry. To rotate it and translate it, you need the whole geometry. And not just like a vertex or face corner or edge. So you need to put it into instance and then realize it at the end. Thank you. It is nice, right? The cool thing, it has an ID. The idea for the ID is that if I have two things, like if I have a character that has hair, I don't want the ID to be random. Like I don't want this. I want them to be the same, so I have to set them at the same ID. And they move the same. That's the idea. Uh, that's the real case scenario that I had, where I had characters that were wobbling in the background, and I had to come up with this kind of thing. And I also want to add a little displacement to this. Yeah, honestly, I was like, is that even possible? But it is. Just need the same ID. And then use like world space instead of local. You see local here? If I make it local, it's not gonna be the same. It's just a nice little trick. And we'll do a little. We'll subdivide this. We'll do it before, so I don't mess up my notes. But so we have some geometry to play around with. I feel so free. I feel so good. Should I just store this? I'm tempted to just store this. I'll call it time. Should I just use this? Wait, does this even work? Wait, why does this keep moving? Oh my god, I forgot to round this. Rookie mistake. Okay, there we go. Very simple. Yeah, it can be very useful. I'll make a new panel for this. Displace. Good. Input. Scale. Detail. What else do I need? Honestly, that's all I need. Well, let's just add distortion just in case. that all into this place. Oh, why did I put why is there rotation scale in here? Detail. Oh, I connected rotation scale to the thing, to the scale. And then we'll do a switch. People want to displace this. What if we simplify MPD and finish it? I'm down. I don't even think we need to simplify it. I have become a liquid simulation master. For this project, I'm down to get back to it. I think we could do that really quickly. I don't think you're dreaming. I think we've all been like very busy. Just a lot going on. But I don't know. I definitely freed up a little bit more. Alright, and this is looking done. Now I'm gonna save this. Yeah, do it. I'm gonna be not home until the 3rd. After the 3rd, let's get the gang back together. That doesn't look right. Yeah, boy. I think I say we do it. I don't think there is a way we do not do it. I don't like this. That's better. Most of this is not straight. That's better. Hide the unnecessary shit. Like that. I don't need to see this. Oh, I forgot to add strength. Strength. Super Bowl is coming up. Yeah. Let's finally sell our kidneys so we can buy a 3-second spot. Super Bowl for MPD. It's our Super Bowl, baby. That's how we'll get famous. That's how we'll sell a lot of MPD to people. Wait, how do I mark this as... Oh, mark as asset. And we'll use a picture. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Have they had this before? You can capture a screenshot preview and just do this. And now I have a picture for my setup. So nice. And then okay. Now I'll just save this just in case. That's so useful. I hate not having an image. So it works. And we need... Wait, we need to... Honestly, the easier way to be... Link... Copy modifiers. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it just worked in the case of my project because it didn't move that much. But now I can see it doesn't work. I mean, it works. The thing is, I want the what is the shape called? A donut to stay on top of the monkey Suzanne. They do move the same. I don't even know how I would make that work then, if the local space doesn't work. Taurus, nice. Yeah, okay, it doesn't work. Donut, lol. Make fun of me? Man, I'm a zombie. Just, you know, just to try this out, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put the... Oh! Wait, does this have a pivot point? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so if I mute this, it will work. Right? So it works with rotation. Donut 5.0. Okay. Why does translate instances not have a pivot point? Wait, does this work? Link. Copy modifiers. Wait, it works. Am I crazy? It works. Okay. Honestly, in that case, no, I still need the ID. But we can sort of not make it as important. But we can have trying to think. And that's hurting my eyes now. Oh, there can be a few improvements, I think. You can sort of have a, you know, like a origin object. Why do my things get so complicated? Sometimes I look at people's notes, and it's like so simple, no issues, and it's me. I'm trying to make something so. I just want an object to move a little bit, you know. And there's like, what would I even call it? Parent object. And then I don't need this here. Okay. Is there a way to link modifiers? Is that a thing? Link fonts to text. I mean, you could use animation data, but well, that's good enough. I thought about another way, a sure way, to make a collection out of these. You know. Oh, one change I don't like is that there's a search when you make a collection now. I'm still not used to it. I keep clicking on search when I want to make a new collection. And then you can use collection, isn't it? But that probably would be an easier way. In that case, I don't need parent object. But also, it's not playing back. Okay, there we go. I mean, that's an easy, quick fix. I'll call this correction. Make a new panel. You see how complicated it got? Oh, it's the other way around. Here. And honestly, probably need to sort of adjust the scale number. Divide it by 1,000. Maybe that's a little too much. About 100? Oh, about 10? Okay, rotation seems way stronger. But I feel like 10, 100? Okay, 100 is a little too much. 50? Alright, 50 is good. Steps, default 2. Okay, I say good. At some point, should I make a donut tutorial? You know what my donut tutorial would look like? Done. That's donut. Is that the world record? Honestly, just have it preloaded in the file. cup and a donut. Oh, you know what I want to try once? Using RenderMan. I I don't think it works in Blender. I might be wrong. But XPU, first of all, it's buggy, and then it doesn't work. There's some really cool things that I found though. Don't like. I really liked. Wow. I don't remember how I did that. Pixar, Disney BSDF. All good. I'm just discovering things. Okay, it wasn't Disney BXDF. It was. Alright, let's see. Legacy, diffuse Disney, constant black, surface. Oh, okay, surface. Okay. It asks for input material, but I don't know what that means just yet. And again, it's really buggy. Also, it's not using XPU. Wait, I think I figured out how to use XPU. But I'm frozen. It crashes a lot. Okay, here. Oh, not optics. RenderMan. Is it compiling at least? No, I'm gonna restart it. Okay. Okay, GPU. We need to use GPU to viewport. Okay, it works, but I feel like it's way slower than it needs to be. Like, look how long that takes. But also, what I found really cool. Okay, is this not working because I'm using geometry nodes? Okay, now it works. But okay, the cool thing is that you can choose shadow color, which I love. Which yeah, you see it works. You saw that for a second, right? Yeah, I give like the worst reviews ever. But you can see the shadows green now? Isn't that so cool? I don't know what the rest of this means. I mean, I get the roughness and bump, but also this is not like a real BSDF, BXDF. This should be it. This is real, but this doesn't have the I also want to add a volume box. And wait, does this not have a material? It's just an object? Okay. There's no material. No. Fireball. I don't see a fireball. Pixar atrium. Fur. How does this even add? I just added it, but nothing. Is this because I'm using geometry nodes? Alright, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna use everything Pixar. I'm gonna use Pixar sphere. Wait, this is not a real sphere. Are those real objects? Or are they empties? They're just empties. What do I need them for? I'll just add a cube. And I'll just add Pixar volume. Okay, there we go. It's acting really weird. It has black borders. I can't drag this. Wait, it has velocity? Why does this have velocity? Density. That doesn't seem to change things. Did I mess this up? Contribution multiplier. Did the velocity mess this up? I really don't understand how this works. Let's try again. Okay. The excitation distance needed to be at 0. Why is this creating a black box though? It does seem to render a lot faster than cycles. Or like a lot cleaner. Yeah, that's really clean. What did I just delete? Um, it's just too slow. Cylinder light. That's so nice. Sphere light? Can we please have this in Blender? Like in cycles? That's just so nice to have. Enable temperature, refine. What's that? Emission focus. What does this even mean? Oh, I see what it means. I think. You see how like the light goes to the center? Emission focus normalize. Well, I think cycles is definitely missing um like lights, like other lights. We can upload an IES profile just like that. That's nice. You can wait, you can set shadow color here. Wait, that's insane. I wonder why it turns black after a while. Like it looks good now, and this will turn black. Yeah, I don't know why. Volume scattering. Dude, it has volume scattering gain. Man, looking at things like this makes me realize how much stuff we're missing. It is really, really slow though. And I don't know why. Render resolution, let's do 50%. It is a lot faster, but still slow. I think it's just um it's more of the implementation that's bad, not like the performance of your machine directly. And I sort of don't really understand why it's that way. Like IRS, like I'm stuck. Wait, IRS is way better for this. IRS is way faster. Well, I feel like if more people use RenderMan for Blender, though, I mean, it's been on for Blender for a while, but I hope they keep updating it, so it actually becomes. I don't know. Brandon, I got a new PC and I have a 5070 Ti now. Not a laptop, like a stationary, a good PC, and it's still this slow. There's so many cool features. So nice to have a spherical light. Um, Also, I wanted to try. I got sidetracked because I wanted to try I really wanted to try some presets because they do sound exciting. Like fur fox. What does it do? Nothing happens. Is there a tutorial on how to use that? Is it just okay? So I guess this is just shaders. It's not objects. Procedural skin. Okay. So I just add this residual skin. But it, okay, here it is. Oh, wow, there you go. It takes forever to render. It's because it's using CPU. Because iOS only uses CPU. Pro mode. I mean, I have no, I just installed it. Okay, that doesn't look good. I can't, I'm stuck. My stream is probably dying too. Encoding overloaded. Yeah. Yeah, it's so broken. Cheap first pass. Device's GPU. It's using 110% of my CPU. For the reason I don't know. We'll use. Let's try using fur. Is it gonna go crazy? No, fur is fine. I'm still using 100% of. Well, I don't think it's usable at this point. For Blender, or at least maybe I have some. Maybe it's my machine issue. I should try this on my laptop. But I don't see how this could be usable. There's so many cool features though. I don't even know how to add an image to this. Okay. Whatever that did. No clue. What was this do? Link's not valid. Okay. Simple. So confusing. Well, anyway. On this note, I think I'm done for today. but it's been exciting to be back for a bit. I'll be back more in New Year, the upcoming 2026. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. And let's get the MPD going. Much love, big hugs. Have a great time, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. Good to see you too.